Welcome back to the Journey Podcast. I'm your co-host, Emma Jackson.
And I'm Jose.
And today we're going to talk about the right kind of marketing and advertising for your business so you can get the biggest return on investment.
And Emma Jackson is an expert, but I think we should have a focus on platforms as well.
Yes, because we just want to break down in brief. A lot of people come in and they're like, we've heard about Google. Cool. Google actually is a massive ads platform and there's lots of different kinds of ads. Or we've heard that people have found success on this platform.
You know what's funny? They heard of Google, but they sometimes don't realize the cost of Google too.
Ooh, absolutely not.
And then
Google is expensive.
Yeah, you have this type of budget, you're talking about Facebook?
But it really also, it depends. A lot of people right off the bat, they say Google and they want to know how much money do I have to spend? And we say, we're going to have to get back to you on that because the way Google works is that at least Google pay-per-click ads anyway are very much dependent on your industry. A good example is that in the agricultural world, for example, you might have a horse feed and the highest click is like, okay, it could cost you up to $6 or $8 to get someone to click on that link to your website.
Yeah.
Personal injury law, on average, costs $150 a lead. Huge difference, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you a series of questions from a business owner to a marketer. And then I want you to answer honestly and rapid fire questions, right? Cool. What platform would benefit what industries?
Ooh, okay, so the real answer is you should be on multiple platforms if you actually have a good budget. I'm talking like $2,000 or more, you should be spending a little bit in different platforms because Facebook and Google are the big ones, but they're totally different. Google is for anyone that wants to buy something right now. Facebook is more for photos, and if you have e-commerce products or, any of that, it's more about attractive marketing, which we talk about in another video. Really, really important because people still do click to purchase, but it's less of that direct buy. So plumbers, if you have to choose like one platform to start because you have a low budget, let's think if you're a service-based business that's like a need, not a want, Google is the best for you. Because you need a plumber, you need an electrician, you need an HVAC repair guy, okay? All of those, you're like, you need it right now. Google is your number one best place to start.
Okay, so what about lead generation? What platform is great for lead generation?
Facebook is cheaper for sure. It's a cheaper platform to run lead generation campaigns on. And for that could be you actually can collect emails and names from people and information where you can have someone in your team call them and reach out because they're interested in your service.
Okay. What platform will honestly benefit? I want to go with like local service industries.
Ooh, okay, so if you have like a physical location and you're doing some sort of like a service, well, we talked about your plumbers, your HVAC, your all of that. Google actually released this new type of ad, Google Local Service Ads, a couple of years ago, and they've really expanded it into different categories. It is awesome because traditional pay-per-click advertising on Google, you are paying for someone to click to your website, but now you can click to call, but it's still not, you don't know for sure that person is a qualified lead. With Google Local Service Ads, you are guaranteed phone calls to your business that are qualified leads, which is wild. And if they are not qualified, because the calls are all recorded, you can literally go in and listen and you're like, I do not, I'm not a plumber and this person's calling for a plumber. You can just reject it and Google will send you your money back. So you only pay for qualified phone calls to your business. And it's so useful.
So that being stated, why should I expend money on Facebook on non-qualified leads and not just spend money on Google where you're getting qualified leads?
Well, first off, local service ads are not available for every industry. They're actually only available for a select few kind of service-based industries. Second off, those Google ads are really for that immediate need, like emergency right now. You don't have a chance because it's only like little headlines. Like you can only say so much in a few keywords, right? Whereas Facebook, you can show photos and videos and share your expertise and all the other reasons that people want to purchase from you, right? That's where you build trust. You show that you are the expert. You show that people, you can share customer testimonials, which we talk about all the time. You just can't do that on a Google search ad.
Next question. Ready? Okay, so what is the steps to actually convert a client in each platform?
Ooh, well, define convert a client.
Okay, for example, for a barbershop client that you might have in Valparaiso, Indiana, I don't know, right?
Not specific at all.
Not specific at all. Conversion means booking an appointment on their sites.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that process look like, and which platform would benefit them to actually get the most conversions possible?
Okay, that's a good example of we run it on both platforms. And we set up, Facebook has a pixel and Google also has what's called a conversions API where we can tie it to your website and we can actually track that someone clicked from the ad, went to your booking page, and booked a service. So that's really cool. Depending on how your website is built, we set that kind of tracking up to get as close as possible to tracking that action. The funnel looks like top of funnel is letting people know that you exist, that you're here. That's great, but most businesses don't have enough money or time to spend all of their time letting people know they exist. So the next level is what you do and why you are the best at it. And that's where Facebook is really, really important. There are a lot of hair salons. There are a lot of barbershops. Why are people coming to you? Because if they're just searching barbershop on Google, chances are they're not, sometimes it's the first one. But if you, for example, you have a premium product,
yes, we do.
You gotta prove why it is that people should spend the money and come to your place. Facebook is awesome for that. Some of the ads that have been performing the best for the barbershop, super simple. They're before and after video ads. So we actually have the barbers take a little video of someone in the chair before they get their haircut and then after, because the work speaks for itself.
We're very good at what we do.
Yeah, and so and then at the bottom of the funnel, that's when you get people who they're high intent to buy. Google's a great place to get those high intent to buy people, but also Facebook with offers, right? You got your 20% off, you got go book now, you got this special going on, whatever it might be. That's the very bottom. You're getting people that last inch, if you will, to actually purchase.
All right, Emma, last question.
Yeah.
I got $2,000. I'm a barbershop. Where should I be?
Okay, well.
Or I could be, let's not use barbershop.
Let's do a dentist.
Yes, $2,000. I'm a dentist. I need new clients ASAP or new patients ASAP.
Well, because you're not okay, let's put it this way. If you are a business that qualifies for local service ads, we would actually start you there first because there's not a lot of them. And if you're in that industry, you can get guaranteed leads. We love that. But for most other businesses that don't fall into that category, we're probably going to start you on Facebook first. It is cheaper to acquire leads. It's cheaper to acquire qualified leads to target in on your audience. And then we would expand to Google, unless you are an immediate need sort of emergency type business, in which case we'd start you on Facebook or we'd start you on Google.
Honestly, and I think the reason I ask you all these questions is sometimes business owners don't know what questions to ask, right? You took time explaining all the benefits of the platforms, from cost, acquisitions, to actually exposure. I don't even know if you realized you did that. But you just give a way more holistic view of the process.
Something important is people will say, whoa, you spent all this time on Facebook and Google. What about all the other platforms like LinkedIn and Pinterest and TikTok now? And for us, the reason industry standard is that be on Facebook and Google first, and then when you have money left over or you have a big enough budget, then you really diversify. For example, that could be a little bit different if you're a B2B business specifically, in which case we'll build out a LinkedIn advertising strategy for you. But the reason that we are so heavy about these two platforms first is because they have the best access to data, the best platforms to customize, and just by and far the best return on investment for all industries.
Think about it. Google is a huge search engine, right? Facebook is a huge search engine.
Yeah, and Facebook, for those of you who don't know, the company is Meta now, and it's Facebook and Instagram, but they also, Google and Facebook, their advertising platforms actually have tons of third-party, apps and applications and this and that. So when you place an ad, when you have someone like us, or do it yourself, you actually are doing more than reaching people on Google. You can reach people from those two platforms on Google, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on WhatsApp. You can do it they have these their app network, so tons and tons of different apps and all of that. So there's a much broader reach than you would think from hearing Facebook ads or Google ads.
Yeah, I think honestly, you just hit the money, like the jackpot.
Oh, and something else really important, when we talk about budget, we're going to be really honest with you. If you don't have a certain threshold, Google actually won't even let you advertise. Facebook will take your money, but you just won't get anything good from it. And that's the other thing that's super important is people are like, yep, I'm ready, I want to go. And we're like, what's your budget? And they're like, I could afford $100 to $150 a month. And we're going to say, save your money, invest it in something else. Come back to us when you have $2,000 to $3,000 a month.
Yeah, and I like to say, take that $150, buy some educational courses.
Absolutely.
Get better at your craft.
And once you're able to carve out $2,000 to $3,000 a month, then you can add a minimum. You can really start to see a solid return on investment, and then that ad spend can grow with you.
Yeah, I think Facebook, we probably could push it down to like 1,500. What do you say? Like bare bones, like 1,500 to start off.
Yeah.
But I think you just hit the money on the nail. The last comment, people don't understand by advertising these platforms, they're not just staying on those platforms. It's trickling down to multiple different platforms, and you're getting exposed to more things. LinkedIn, you're kind of stuck in LinkedIn, and you're paying the price to be LinkedIn, right?
Yeah, and LinkedIn is a great platform for B2B, but it's also really expensive. So that's why we always start people. Facebook is a great tool to learn who your audience is, who's connecting with you in a cheaper way. And then once you have that established data and you're like, I know for sure this is my demographic because these are who are engaging and these are who are buying, you can actually go in and target that same demographic on LinkedIn because it will cost you more on LinkedIn, but it will also be more effective once you know who to target.
She's just giving you all the secrets because she's just hit something like, it's like, how do you take your existing clientele and maximize it by creating lookalike campaigns and going like that?
Mm-hmm.
Jackson's just opening the books on all the secrets.
Yeah, no, I don't know. We're not big on gatekeeping here. A lot of it is not, it's not so much that the skill is super, super hard to learn. It's the time it takes. It's the time it takes to figure out how to use the platforms. They're changing all the time. So we always have, our teams are doing continuing education all the time.
Not even that. Our team, so you can do these ads yourself technically, or you can take a little Facebook course and run Facebook ads. But when you work with an agency, you're working with multiple people, right? You're getting different perspectives.
And here's the biggest thing I see when people come to us and they've done it. They're like, oh, yeah, we're doing it ourselves. These platforms have really sneaky ways, like super sneaky ways to get you to spend. Oh, I don't care to offend Facebook or Google. They have super sneaky ways to get you to spend more money in a way that does not actually serve you. There are check boxes that are automatically checked that you need to be unchecking. There are audience, like some of their AI tools are helpful, but a lot of them actually don't provide you a better return on investment. And we know that because we're running dozens of campaigns for dozens of different businesses across the US. And we've done this for hundreds of businesses over the past 5 years. So we actually have data. We can be like, that doesn't work. They released this new tool. We try it out. We see for ourselves. But you as a business owner, you're guided. Yeah, it's so tricky. They're like, you should do this because it's blah, blah, blah. And it's like, sometimes that's not the case.
Yeah, I remember you and your team got very upset. I came into the little conference room. I'm like, why are you guys so mad? She's like, oh, we just wasted 4 days with this AI tool and these places don't apply to the ads at all. I'm like, I'm gonna close the store right now. I'll let you guys deal with that.
And that's why we talked about in one of our other videos the important numbers for business owners to know, because you can get really excited about, wow, I got this many impressions on an ad, or I got this many clicks. And
you're not yielding the results you want.
Exactly. And so that's just some little tips and tricks about what to look out for and what platforms might work for you.
Yeah, if you're interested in content like this, please hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, we're trying to provide value to you guys, and hopefully it's things that you all can use for yourself. If you are not sure where to go and you want to navigate this, but you don't want to do it alone, we have free consults. That's what they're there for. We'll drop a link in the bio and reach out to us, and we'd love to help.
Make sure you just ask directly what you want to know. Emma doesn't gatekeep. She will tell you all the secrets.
Yeah.
Just ask.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you next time.